All of us wildlife biologists, we all have superhero names. We have Ant Woman. There are multiple Spider-Men in Singapore. I'm Birdman. No, I am Dead Birdman. Hi, my name is David. I'm 30 years old this year and I'm an ornithologist, which means that I study birds. Yes. In Singapore, we've got some really common birds like your Eurasian tree sparrows, Javan mynas, house crows. It's important to remember that these birds themselves are very, very interesting. Crows, for example, are some of my favorite birds because crows are some of the most intelligent birds on Earth. Every bird has its own story. It was born somewhere, it must have eaten something, it must have died somewhere. Every specimen is unique, and that is part of why we continue to collect dead birds. We easily have upwards of 700 birds in the freezer right now, and this has been over 6 years. These birds all belong to the Lee Kong Chian Natural History Museum. So this is the national repository for dead animal specimens in Singapore. So the reason why this is important is because it provides us with a snapshot in time of what's in Singapore. And this is important. All these specimens tell us a story of a time long gone. And like all history, they can be used to illuminate our path into the future as well. I get calls for all kinds of situations. Inevitably, you start to ask yourself, how did you die? Most times I go down personally to pick up the birds because, it gives you a better sense of how the bird died if you see the exact position of where the bird was lying when it was found. So if it's, for example, at the base of a building and this building is glass all the way up the wazoo, right, you know that there's a very good chance the bird died from a glass collision. If the bird was found, say, by the side of a road, okay, it's possible that it was hit by a car. Knowing where birds die, number one, tells you where the risks are, and number two, it tells you how they're migrating. If a bird dies in this position, it means that it must have been moving through this locality. There's once I was pointing out, hey, there's an eagle flying just above our heads. The person, Singapore got no eagle lah, right? And that's the kind of thing. We tell ourselves certain things about Singapore that, may not necessarily be true. My interest in birds started when I was a very young boy and I picked up bird watching as a hobby. So obviously my parents were very puzzled. Why on earth would you want to go outside and get bitten by mosquitoes? But on the other hand, they were quite happy that I wasn't staying at home and spending all my time on the computer. Once you become aware of the natural world, you can't go back to being unaware. And it's not something that you can turn off. It's like a superpower. So why should people care about birds? Well, birds are as much a part of your identity as any keepsake you have in your house. And in a sense, this soundscape, this familiarity, is a marker of what constitutes home. You're not going to hear an Asian koel in New York City, but once you step home and you hear that Asian koel, you know, this annoying bird means I'm at home.